the TV screen. Ky and Spider laughing loud, making quite a scene. Honeybee, she sneezes, laughter fills the room. Kahuna Nui steps in, chases all the gloom. Catalano TV fun times, every blue sprit's alive. Friends just being who they are, stars under the same sky. Spider flips the channels, Kahuna Nui stays close. Joey strums guitar strings, Honeybee feels the most. Laughter echoes endless, stories in the blue. Ky and Honey dreaming, making moments true. Catalano TV fun times, epic blues riffs alive. Friends just being who they are, stars under the same sky. Laughter echoes endless, stories in the blue. Ky and Honey dreaming, making moments true. Catalano TV fun times. Ky and friends light up the night. Honeybee's laughter feels just right. Grandma Cow, she's on the stage. Ross dogs breaking out of the cage. We're having a blast. Laughter that lasts, epic sound on the show. Let the good times flow. Terry Mead plays his tune so sweet. Random dogs can't stay off their feet. Wave of grooves with that funky beat. Eggplant Frank makes the crowd complete. We're having a blast. Laughter that lasts, epic sound on the show. Let the good times flow. Terry Mead plays his tune so sweet. Ramming dogs can't stay off their feet. Wave of grooves with that funky beat. Eggplant Frank makes the crowd complete. We're having a blast. Laughter that lasts, epic sound on the show. Let the good times flow. Sneezes and cheers all around. Great chat drops up the sound. Live in the moment here and now. Feel the music, lift the crowd. We're having a blast. Laughter that lasts, epic sound on the show. Let the good times flow.
And bouquets, beaches, welcome to a fantastic Friday edition of Ky and Friends. Oh, what's that? The song doesn't want to end. What's going on? Wait, what's that? I think I hear something. What? Oh, no. No, I don't mind at all. Yeah, oh, sure. Yeah, of course. Really? Oh, okay, I heard you. Yeah. Welcome in here. It's a freaking wonderful Friday. It's going to be a great Friday, and that's the start of a great weekend. You'd ask, well, why is it going to be a great day? Why is it going to be a great weekend? Well, my friend, what happens between those ears is what will decide and make for what is a great day and a great weekend. And doggone it, I have determination, and I will not be deterred from having greatness in my day because I make that choice. And I got to be honest, man. Got a nice cool morning here. Just like gaseous clay in the house, Ross Dogs in the house, Waver in the house. I went out that back door this morning. Nice cool morning. Feel the fresh air. I walked over to a green tote and I dropped a bag in there. I tilted that green tote back just a little bit so that it's resting on the wheels. And I rolled that green tote out to the apron of the driveway. And I put that green tote right in front of the apron on the very side edge of it. So, hey, I can pull out of my driveway still. But there it is. You know why? I realized it was going to be a great day. Because the fresh scent of garbage was in the air. That's how you know it's going to be a great day, because the fresh scent of garbage is in the air. I looked up the road, and I saw a bunch of green totes, some of which were strewn over. They fell over and they had garbage strewn up the road. Well, I saw some of that garbage in my front yard. I saw it on my lawn. In fact, one item very close to my green tote was a can, an empty can. You might ask, what empty can was that, Ky? Why, Ky? What is so important about this empty can? Nothing really. It was an empty can of a Coca-Cola Classic. You say, what's that, Ky? I didn't quite understand what you said there. Your enunciation is, well, it's just a little bit strange. I said it was a can, an empty can of a Coca-Cola Classic. And right beside the empty can of the Coca-Cola Classic was some ho-ho wrappers, some aluminum foil wrappers of what used to be the contents inside of a ho-ho. Well, I picked them both up and I threw them into my garbage can. I took a deep breath in with the scent of garbage in the air. I said, I smelled terrificness in this day. You might say, well, why do you think it smells so good? That's the smell just before all the garbage has been taken out and gone away. That's right. We will celebrate the absence of garbage on Garbage Day. And somebody took it away. Aren't we lucky that we have that garbage that's been taken away? Could you imagine if you had to do what the folks did 50, 60, 70 years ago, 80 years ago? They dug a hole in the backyard. Can you imagine the kind of stuff we'd have in the yard these days? Stuff that doesn't break down for thousands, hundreds of thousands of years. Anyways, that's something to celebrate. Let the garbage go away. There's plenty of trash in this world, and I'm glad someone comes and takes it away. Ross Dog's in the house. Ross, how the heck are you doing today? I got to see what's going on in this chat. We are so thankful here for the folks we have. Ross Dogs, you're sporting a new image, brother. Now, Ross Dogs, you're a lot smarter than me, and you know a lot of things I don't know, and that's why you come up with these clever suppositions. And, well, you got this image of a fella on your profile today. And, well, I got to be honest, man. I don't recognize it. And forgive my ignorance. I'm sure some people out there saying, "What? You don't understand who that is, Ky? What's the matter with you? Don't you see it?" I don't see it. I'm sorry, Ross. Can you tell us who that is? I could tell you a lot of people it's not. But, hey, that could take forever. Gaseous, how are you doing, friend? Morning. How are you this fine, cool day? At least for me it is. Yeah. I think we got a cool 58 degrees we're starting with this morning. I don't know. I think it bumped up to 59 about right now. And it is a beautiful, cool morning here on the North Coast, the southern shores of Lake Erie. Well, not a stone's throw, but, just across the border from, we got to build a wall. Keep those people like Bobby Dick out of this place. Just kidding, man. I freaking love my brother, Bobby Dick. If you think about Canada and the size of the population, and most of it probably lives within 90 miles of the U.S. border, and on average, majority, right? I want you to just take a moment to think about the disproportionate talent that comes out of Canada. I mean, there is so much Canadian talent in this country, and I think it's really cool. And one's got to ask itself, what is it in Canada that allows for such talent to the cream of the crop comes forward and just breaks into the States? It's really a remarkable thing if you just look at it, how disproportionate successful talent comes out of Canada. It's a great testament to the talent that is across the border. Anyways, I love my Canadian friends. I got family up in Montreal. I got family in Mississauga, which is just outside of Toronto, which is really, it's one of our favorite places to go. Just love hanging out on Danforth, going to Greektown in Toronto. Man, it's just a great place. I haven't been there in January, mind you. We freaking love going there. Just a great town. I don't know how I got on that. Yeah, talking about my Canadian friends. You bunch of hosers. Good day, Gaseous. Nice day to be here. Waver, I'm delighted that you're here, my dear friend, kind, friendly veteran, fellow fisherman, enjoyer of good times and camaraderie and friendship. Freaking love it, man. Donks in the house. We already got your explanation here, Donks. I think you said something about the weather down there and something about Timmy. I'm not sure what it was. Something Timmy was wearing a helmet. I don't know, something like that. I know it gets old, Donks. How you doing, buddy? I'm delighted to see you in here. It's going to be a great day today. A lot of wonderful things are going to happen. We just don't know what they are yet. sometimes great things happen. And they don't appear to be great things when they happen. They appear to be different than that. And then there's the brilliance of the mind that says, well, look at this thing that seems to be a problem. And somehow, some way, I can reframe it and turn it into an opportunity. Yeah, that's real. That's a real thing. Things that come up and present themselves as challenges, with a little creativity and imagination, can turn them into great opportunities that you might not have imagined otherwise. All it takes is the ability to look at it and think of it in a different way than how it appears to you at the time. It's an amazing gift that we all have. Anyways, I know folks aren't here to hear that. They want to talk about garbage. It's garbage day. At least in my neck of the woods. I know everybody's got a different garbage day, but hey, we could celebrate garbage day. We celebrate everybody else's birthday. We could celebrate somebody else's garbage day. What's the difference? Well, yeah, there's a difference. I mean, if you run around in your birthday suit, well, like maybe perhaps one named Terry Knee, Naked Knees, run around in his birthday suit. I was wondering why everybody's saying, hey, happy birthday, Terry Knee, every single day of the week. Why, that's because he's running around in his birthday suit and everything all of a sudden clicked, made sense. I see it now. Well, wouldn't it be funny if he was running around and the only thing he was wearing was knee pads? That's why they call him Naked Knees for a reason. He doesn't have any knee pads on. Freaking love Terry Knee. Man, you guys see some of the clips and stuff he puts together? Freaking genius. Absolutely brilliant. And I am so freaking thankful for the folks in this chat. I'm telling you, the show's better for the great folks we have in here. We are really blessed. We've got a new member. Let's celebrate Clay Dabbler. I mean, how cool is that? Clay Dabbler, new membership. I really admire Clay. I think Clay is a gifted artist. And Terry Nee does some wonderful things with Clay Dabbler's art. Gotta say. Let's see now. Where was I? Oh, crosstalk in the chat. Yep. Crosstalk in the chat. It's going to be a great day. Gaseous, I honored you, my friend. I played the song that you said is one of your favorites. And I see it, man. It's got like a little bit of twanginess to it, right? It's got just a touch of country blues, would you say? It's got great harmonies. It's got great melody. It's got a nice bridge. Yeah, man, it's just a fun tune. I think you got great taste, by the way, Ram. Or Gaseous Clay. Hello, Ram. It's good to see you. Hope you're doing well, buddy. I can't wait to take a look. Ram has uploaded a video with some Sinhalese. He's going to teach us a few words, and I'm excited to check it out. Thank you for making the effort to upload some new videos, Ram. I'm going to look at them and check them out. Ram's got some videos showing his neighborhood, and you could just tell what a lovely individual Ram is, and we're blessed to have him here. And look, he's only picking my wife up for 10 seconds today. All it's good. Ram, my friend, you going to have some chaya this morning? Chaya. Ram checking in from Alice Springs. Yeah, Ram. Ram's got to answer that supposition now. Ross says you're checking in from Alice Springs. Ross has knowledge of everywhere. He's just a fascinating dude. And Ross, man, I'll tell you, I remember that one Saturday you were hanging out. We're just having a blast. And Ross is like, hey, man, I got to run up to the corner here. I'll be right back. Oh, man, we've had a lot of good times with the folks in here. And Ram says, bouquets, beaches. It's BEACHES. Oh, honeybee, my better half. I am so thankful for this woman. Ram from Melbourne, Australia. I can't wait to go to Australia. It has been on my bucket list my whole life. Just always been fascinated by the diversity of the creatures there. I'm not talking about the folks we have in the chat. I'm talking about the lovely animals in which exist nowhere else, because the time in which Australia separated from what they all call Pangea, or a global mass that was altogether, at least that's the hypothesis, that there was a global mass altogether. And so all land was accessible, or most was accessible via crossing from land to land, or going from just across the land. And then eventually the tectonic plates separated certain regions. And, I remember being a little kid and looking at the globe and looking at South America and looking at the inside armpit of Africa and looking at Australia, and then looking at the different shapes of the continents just as a child. And you're like, these things go together. These things, you can see how this can mate up to here. This can mate up to here. You could just see how it was all connected at one time. There's a term for it they call it Pangea. And it was just kind of funny, the things you would notice, the patterns you would notice as a child. And you're like, what's these university professors don't see this? You're like, what? Anyways, and everybody could see it. I think most people would look at and realize that it's like pieces of puzzles, right? Anyways, it is fascinating, all the different creatures in Australia. And there's so many of them that they're just not, they're not built for the certain type of predators that are prevalent in many other parts of the world. And just the natural defenses didn't need to evolve there because they didn't have the same type of predators. And it's just fascinating. I really can't wait to go. Donks, Ram, good morning, brother. And by the way, a lot of folks from Australia have done a lot of great things to help promote the mysteries and just the beauty of Australia. I got to tell you, I'm worried about my friend Brent Monkhouse, if I'm being honest with you folks. I'm going to try to, salute, honeybee, coming in with the sneeze. She makes it jump, man. I'm telling you. You'd never believe. You got the shortest Viking. And believe me, I'm telling you, this is the shortest Viking, tough as nails. I I wouldn't be shocked if she used to wear a helmet with horns sticking out of it. You know what I'm saying? Just the sweetest thing, but tough as nails. And I'm telling you, you want to talk about somebody that can deal their heels in? Freaking love this woman. I'm so blessed. Wava in the house. Where is Jerry? Ross Dogs ask. Where's Jerry Lehane? That's a good question, man. Definitely miss having Jerry in here too. We got such a great group. Wava says, hey, Clay Dabbler, be sure to subscribe at Ky and Friends All TV also. Oh, man. How awesome is this? Thank you. Thanks for reminding me. Waiver, in the interest of the show and my friends, I forget to, it's kind of important to self-promote too, right? I mean, you got a channel, you got a show, and that particular show at some point is going to be exclusive on well, whatever channel that is. Well, you want to help to get your subscribers up, right? And we are blessed here to have the endorsement, not just the appreciation, but the endorsement of the founder of Catalano TV, Joey C. And so, yeah, I'm going to ask people. I'm going to type this into the chat here. Thank you, Waver. Really appreciate you, man. He's got our back. A lot of these folks in our chat, they have our back. You'll see them dig their heels in and stand up for you in other places. Those are friends, right? Those are friends when they're somewhere else in some other place and they got your back. That's a friend, man. That is a friend. And that's appreciated. Hey, Johnny Mars in the house. I hope you're sporting that Mars bar this morning. Great to see you, Johnny. Hope you're doing well. You got the Virgin Bell, brother. Hope you don't mind. Don't be offended by the Virgin Bell. It's harmless. Welcome in here. It's great to see new folks in here. You just sometimes you wonder, you're like, man, is there going to be a new blues song? And is that person going to be mentioned in that blues song? It could be. You don't know. There's some great names for folks in here. Rostock says, yes, Friday. Finally. Enjoy this day because this day has a lot of wonderful moments in it that you can seize. And, well, after this day's over, we'll never have it back. Just think of those terms and, well, you'll try to make the best of it, won't you? I will. I'm going to make it a great day. A gorilla noise would be more appropriate for Donkey Kongington. Just saying. Ross Dogs, certain statements just ring out full of truth. Well, if we're just looking things superficially, we don't get the maybe some more of the important parts, right? So in honor of Ross Dogs, let's see if we can't find this is as close as we can get right now. Great. All right. All right. I got your point. Not exactly a great ape, huh? Not even a grape ape, for that matter. I can just hear Cassius Clay saying, what the heck, man? When I come in the chat, I don't hear that. Why not, man? And you got Donks, man, and you got Cassius Clay. So, we don't want to have mixed signals here, Ross. We are creatures of habit. And I think even Donks has come to familiarize himself, with the greeting and telling us about Jimmy or Timmy being stuck in the well. Anyways, we're having a good time, are we not? Yes, we are. This is the way a great day starts, by the way. I'll remind you. A gorilla noise would be more appropriate. Yes, Ross Dogs always coming in with the wisdom. Docs, little crosstalk wave at Johnny Maz. Good morning. Good morning. Hey, delighted that you're in here, Donks. When you're not here, brother, we miss you. That's a fact. Definitely appreciate it. I remember people saying, hey, Donks is here. You gonna play that thing? Everybody loves the sound of the donkey. Donkeys are just these endearing creatures, but be careful, man. You'll get an idea what donkeys are capable of if you're not careful. Don't get on the wrong side, and that would be the backside of the donkey. Could end up ugly. In fact, more people, this is statistical information, more people die from donkey kicks than they do from plane crashes. Now, I'm not sure if that statistic has changed in, this recent year or so, but so far as I know, it still holds. I think you're less likely to have a problem in an aircraft than you are encountering a donkey. Doc says, Ross, shh, they don't know I have the princess. Ross Dogs, yeah, Raver. I gotta love this chat, man. Johnny Mars, good morning. Doc Cocktail and Miss Honeybee. Yeah. Hey, Eggplant Frank makes the party complete. Delighted to see you in here. Eggplant Frank says, just got into an altercation at the pub. Excuse me. Eggplant, I'm sorry to hear that, buddy. Sorry. Excuse me. How dare you clear your throat on what is a professional show? Well, I hope it wasn't violent, Eggplant Frank. I hope it wasn't. I hope it didn't cause terrible things to happen. I am delighted that you're in here, Eggplant Frank. I know it's Friday night there, and I hope that the rest of your day goes well. And Eggplant Frank, man, it's like Mikey. Mikey won't eat it. He hates everything. Now, come on now. Eggplant Frank, you are about to have a better night, my friend. That's behind you now. Preach the trash gospel, says Cassius Clay says, preach the trash gospel. And Ramses fist bump, Frank, you okay, brother? I'm worried about Brent Monkhouse. I'm hoping the dude's okay. I know he was down for the count a little bit with the, viral load, if you will. Let's put it that way. Yeah, good morning. That's great to see Eggplant in here, man. It's always fun. And Eggplant Frank says that some guy decided to call Eggplant Frank the Popo. Well, I mean, listen, we could characterize Eggplant Frank in a number of different ways. The Popo, probably not one of them. Eggplant Frank's like, this guy's not the sharpest tool in the shed. Calling me Popo, I'm not taking that. That's all right, Eggplant. I've had ignoramuses accuse me of being a Fed. Okay. If you listen to anything, and when you listen to the talk that I engage in with regard to constitutional democratic republic that we have here and what the founders' intentions were and the wonderful gift that is the potential for the institution of this democratic republic, which, let's be honest, has been captured. Anyways, the potential for that to change and improve, for somebody to consider and make an accusation somehow that I'm a Fed, means that you have no understanding whatsoever of the content of my character and any at all of what it is that I hold dear. So, yeah, there's a lot of ignorant people out there, Eggplant Frank, and, well, you've encountered one of them. I always remember this, too, though, Eggplant Frank. Sometimes it's better to have compassion and to see things for what they are, because sometimes things for what they are cannot see themselves. And if they can't see themselves, then they can't be accountable to themselves. That's not to say they're not accountable. They're accountable, but they're not even self-aware. They don't even realize what they're doing. That's not an excuse, by the way. But anyways, you can reframe it in your mind to say, yeah, I'm so blessed to see that which this person is unable to. That's a gift, man. If you can't take a moment to say, some of the things that I can see that can't be seen from others, for example, which is something to me that is in plain sight, no matter what it is, if it's misfortune or something less than happy, if you can't at least see some sides and some aspects of the benefits of that, there's always a way to reframe things, right? Hey, look who's here, man. Donk says, did you stab anyone? No, none of that, man. No need for blood. Great to see you in here, Chris Abels. Good morning, gang. Gaseous and Wava, Ky, and B. It's great to see you in here, Chris. Delighted, man. Really appreciate your participation. The great Chris Abels in here. Comedy royalties in the house, man. When you're rubbing elbows with Bob Levy, like Joey C. and these other folks, you're comedy royalty. We've had the presence of Gina Levy's been in here before. Ari Jane. Just we've been blessed with a lot of wonderfully talented folks, man. And what an honor to have them come in at the Catalano TV network. We got to set something up, man. I just love to have Chris on. We've had Bobby Fran on. These guys have a great show. The Replayables, definitely catch that. Those guys are a lot of fun, and just a blast. And Doc says, did you get anyone, Eggplant Frank? And Eggplant Frank says, with my eggplant, yes. Got him with my eggplant. Eggplant believes in the Old Testament, an eye for an eye. Hey, look who's in here. Deadfool, my friend. It is great to see you. Good morning and welcome. I hope today it's going to be a great day for you, Deadfool. It may fall on deaf ears, but you've been in my prayers, brother. You and some of the other folks, like Ramps, he had to go to the doctor the other day. We've got all the best of hopes and for our dear friends in here, and just hope everything goes well for you, Deadfool. I want to see you have some fun and get some good tractor seat time, having good times, man. I know when I get on my old 1949 Farmall Cub, which I'm sure you've got something a lot nicer than that. But I have a lot of fun on that thing, and everybody's waving to me when I got the belly mower on it and I'm cutting the grass. It's funny the nostalgia you see from folks on those old tractors. Anyways, I hope you have a great day and a great weekend, Deadfool. Thanks for coming in here, man. We really appreciate you. Catalano TV, great supporter. Ross Dogs, welcome, Deadfool. That's right. We've got the most welcoming chat here. We're just delighted. Whatever your chosen implement was, Donks. I think he chose the eggplant. He's he likes nightshades. That's why Donks and him get along so well. Donks is always talking about Potato Week, which is a nightshade, and Eggplant Frank, which is a nightshade. They get along. Canada's greatest export, Kids in the Hall. All right, I'm gonna guess that's some type of band. I'll be honest with you. I wasn't referring to that when I talked about all the wonderful exports from our dear friends from the Great White North. Hoya, Chris. Hoya. Gnaw. Are you from Saginaw? Gnaw? No, I'm not from Saginaw. Gnaw. Oh, I hope Terry Nee doesn't get a hold of that. I just don't want to know what comes of it. I freaking love that dude. You guys got to love that dude, man. You see some of the stuff Terry puts together with Clay Dabbler and that? You got Joey C singing as one of the world's greatest tenors, singing the parts of Freddie Mercury. I wish we could play that stuff on YouTube, man. It's just absolutely brilliant. So it's great that we can see that on Twitter and stuff. You definitely got to take out. I hope that Terry Nee republishes those on Twitter again. Those things are just great pieces. And let's be honest, man. It needs another cycle. It needs another cycle. People need to see this and appreciate the great artwork of Clay Dabbler and the creative portrayal of these animations done by the great Terry Nee. Naked Knees, as they will call him. Trailer Park Boys is greater than Kids in the Hall. Well, I mean, right? I mean, come on, jalapeno, right? This is where I learned the word jalapeno, not jalapeno. The Trailer Park Boys call it a jalapeno. Right? Chris Abel says it's cold as hell in Canada. They have time to harness their talent because there's nothing else to do. Well, that explains the talent of Bobby Nick then. Right? Oh, gotta love it. Hoya gashes Hoya. SCTV are greater than Kids in the Hall. Yes, absolutely, man. There's an abundance of greatness that's emanated from Canada. A lot of wonderful artists, for sure. A lot of wonderful musical talent too. What's the one's name? Saline Solution, something like that. Saline Solution. I don't know. She's a rather salty character, if you know what I'm saying. Now, come on, that's uncalled for. All right, ease up. Incorrect, Donkey Conkington. Incorrect. CTV is greater than Kids in the Hall. Come on, what are you kidding me? Incorrect. Gotta love this. Kids in the Hall greater than any SNL season. Okay. All right, I've got to check that out. I got to check it out. I have a certain amount of ignorance, and we all remain in ignorance. And well, that's one of the ignorances I want to cure a little bit. It is, man. I talk about this so much. It's that's the risk of sounding insincere. It is oh so sincere. You hit the nail on the head there, Waver. It truly is the truth. Mad TV is greater than anything. Mad TV was awesome. It was really. Yep. Hey, Chris Abel says, JK, I love Canada. Canada, tons of amazing comics, and the drinking age was 18 when the states were 21 years old. Yeah, right. It's amazing sometimes when you look, and let's kind of ignore the last 5 years, but sometimes that you look at the some of the laws and some of the different cultures handle things in a lot of different ways. And I grew up as a first generation American, in the house on holidays or even intermittently. Kids could have a taste of the vino. You could have a taste of the vino. That wasn't it wasn't a terrible thing. And guess what? When it wasn't an untouchable, unattainable thing, well, it wasn't seen as a tool that you were kept from. And so you had that ever present desire to, dabble with what you couldn't attain, right? And so, like, for instance, when you're a kid, you could have a spritzer. They'll throw we'll take like half a can of, say, on a holiday, half a can of ginger ale and put it in a glass, and then they'll put just a little bit of wine in it, just a little bit, and as a kid, you'd be like, yeah, not quite tasting like ginger ale, as a kid. But so listen, you grow up with this exposure and this attainableness to such a forbidden beverage for many, and it wasn't like something that was you wanted to dabble with something that you just couldn't possibly try. And so the ever-present ability to maybe have a little bit, I don't know if that's actually part of the reason why you might see a little less of the troubles from such a thing. So it's a great point. Excuse me. It's a great point that you bring up, Chris. And I know I took it on a tangent, but great point, right? As kids, man, we could just hang out and have a good time, cross the border and have some fun, man. We used to joke around. We'd go to the Windsor Ballet, And I'll just start out by telling you the ballet. Well, there weren't anybody wearing tutus, if you know what I'm saying. There might have been some bigger girls. They were wearing 3-3s, but no tutus. Anyways, that's what they used to call it. You go to the Windsor Ballet, you cross the border, you go across the drive up to Detroit, about 3 hours away from here, and you drive up to Detroit, cross the borders, and go to the Windsor Ballet. There was dancing involved, yes, but no tutus. Anyways, I'm going to leave that one alone because I'm within arm's reach, guys, and I don't want to get slugged. I was so blessed. I got such a wonderful disposition of my lovely better half. Okay, I got to read this. Hello. Rostog's absolutely all of SNL's good ideas got burned on SCTV. Oh, interesting. Eggplant Frank says garbage day is equal to Independence Day in the USA. Oh, come on. Come on now. Well, you know what? I told you, Eggplant Frank is a very pensive guy, deep thinker. And superficially, when you look at that statement, you're like, garbage day is equal to Independence Day. How can you say such a thing? Now, knowing that Eggplant Frank is a deep thinker, you realize that Independence Day is when the founder said, we're taking out the trash, man. It's the truth, man. You want to tax our peaches? You want to tax the land? Well, let's not even get into that one. You're going to tell me after 300 years, this lovely place I have in London goes back to the Prince of Wales? In 300 years? What have you been smoking? Well, listen here, bourgeois. You will have this and you will like it. They said, hell no. We're taking out the trash. It's Independence Day. So look at that. I mean, here's another example of the pensive thinking of Eggplant Frank delivering what appears superficially to be what is a borderline insult turns out to be something that is right on target, man. I love it, Eggplant Frank. Happy birthday, Terry Naked Knees. Ah, right. Yeah, Naked Knees run around in his birthday suit. Now I know why everybody's wishing him happy birthday. I wish he was here. But I may get down lower in the chat and find out he's been listening. And, well, he's going to take that Saginaw, and turn it into something I regret, frankly. Hoya, hoya, hoya. Happy National Potato Week. There it is, docs. There it is. Eggplant Frank, I hate the potato. Oh, come on. Listen, you got something against citrus and potatoes? Come on. I love it when Joey C's quotes. Now you listen here, potato. I had enough of your potato garbage. I'm going to make some mashed potatoes, you son of a diddly. Gotta love this stuff, man. But Shuley does the best. Shuley, hands down, the best Joey C impression. Gotta love it. Hey, Trick Taylor, man. Great to see you in here, Trick Taylor. I know you've been here many times. You get the Virgin Bell just because, well, celebration is in order. Eggplant Frank says, Ky, want another weird fact? Absolutely, man. Come on. If you think that this show isn't about the chat, well, you're listening to the wrong show. This show is a lot about the chat. I haven't even mentioned what the national day is. So let me start with while Eggplant Frank is thinking about letting us know, we'll talk about what national day is it. Why, it's National Bagel Fest Day. National Bagel Fest. You want a lot of calories in a short amount of time? Well, there's your solution. I'm not up for it, man. I carnivore here. That's all I'm saying. Carnivore here. I was talking to Bobby Fran rather on the show, which I'm so grateful for these guys. They have been so wonderful to us, trying to help get our subscribers up. I can't express how appreciative we are for Chris Abels and Bobby Fran, and I can't wait to have Chris Abels on sometime if he has time. I think it'd be awesome. And What other national day, you might ask, is it? It's National Coffee Milkshake Day. National Coffee Milkshake Day. I think I'll just have the espresso. I'm good with that, man. You get a nice espresso with a crema on top, that little layer that's on top of the coffee, where all the aroma is and most of the flavor. Man, it's great. There's like this chocolatey type aftertaste. And something special about an espresso. So if you don't like espresso straight, maybe a little bit of allulose, which is the mirror image of the sugar molecule, or maybe you might want to sweeten it a little bit. Man, it is a good espresso, has this richness and depth of taste that is somewhat like a chocolatey flavor. Just delicious. National All or Nothing Day. It's all or nothing, baby. You want the whole kit and caboodle, or you want the toothpick? Which is it, baby? All or nothing day. That's right. All right. So I'm going to look forward to Eggplant Frank imparting some more knowledge and wisdom to us, as he's already done, actually, when you think about it. You won't like next week. The Eggplant Frank next week is National Potato Week. That's been every week, dogs. Eggplant Frank says he seems like a podiatrist, says Eggplant Frank. Well, I don't know if he's as smart as your average podiatrist. I don't know. Could be. Eggplant, come on, buddy. These guys they're having fun. They've got themselves this particular following, and Joey likes to characterize them as the old hens of the Dabbleverse. It's like what are those old ladies up to now? A couple of old ladies. The old hens of the Dabbleverse, Joey says. Anyways, Doc says who? He's talking about the potato, dogs. Who's talking about potato? The Italians would say padana fagioli, potato and beans type of soup. Eggplant Frank's chia, or cha. Like, yeah, right. J-Dog. Top of the morning to you, chat family. Delighted to see you in here, J-Dog. What the heck's going on over there? Kai's got, he's foaming at the mouth. Top of the morning to you, chat family. Delighted to see you in here. Chris, sorry, I always fall asleep before your show, bro. Oh, man, what time's Chris's show? Chris isn't on in the morning, is he? Oh, he maybe last night. Yeah. Listen, J-Dog, I get up 4:30 in the morning. So I can appreciate where J-Dog's coming from. I freaking love those guys. I can't often catch them live when they're on late, but great talent, a lot of fun. It's a good time, man. It's just a good time. And honestly, if I'm being completely honest, Abe, I can't even keep up with Abel's when I'm just going with Aqua Dolce, So, testament here's to you, brother. Guy can't hold his liquor. That's right. Unabashedly. Unashamed. That's not my deal, man. Teach their own. Let's see. Let's discuss the Loch Ness Monster. Reality or myth? Well, it's an interesting question. It's not like Loch Ness can't be fully explored, right? It's not like the Loch Ness is a place that can't be fully explored. I guess that's the best way to put it. And it's not like it's so deep that nothing can get down to the bottom. And well, I don't know. It stands to reason to me that that should be an ability to discover something if one were to venture out and to basically try to explore all facets of the Loch Ness. There's no other connection, so far as we know, to a larger body of water. So, I'm skeptical. Just saying. I don't know. Doc says to make a gallon of shelf-stable potassium silicate, 300, the ratios, I think he's talking like fertilizer language. Slowly mix 560 grams powdered potassium silicate into 128 ounces of distilled or deionized water. Well, there's an interesting distinction. Most people don't know that deionized water cannot rust something. That's right. Use at a rate of 1/4 to 1/2 teaspoon per gallon. Docs is he's engaged in his weekly or monthly or whatever frequency rate at which he decides to feed that which he continues to cultivate. Yeah, I wonder what that might be. Sorry, I sent that to the wrong chat. Useful information for one of y'all, maybe. J-Dog, that was pretty deep, Ky. Hope everyone has a good Friday. Oh, I don't know which item it is you're referring to, J-Dog, and forgive me if I took it on too long of a tangent. That can happen here sometimes. So, yeah, let me know. Say, hey, Ky, man, enough on that. Enough. Today is a gift. That's why it's called the present. That's right, man. That's right. There's so much truth to that statement. And gaseous, one of our favorite, gaseous clay, I might add. Gaseous clay, one of our favorite primates, who's an ape, a Gigantopithecus, no less, says, the great ape who challenges me. All right. Right turn, Clyde. Right turn. I don't know if he's hanging out with Bonnie. Just be careful, man. Bullets might be abound. The potato guy seems like a podiatrist. Yeah. That's what he said. Right. Oh, yes. I never met him. I've been to Cardiff. Wales. I'm a whaler. I come from Cardiff, Wales. Lovely place, man, I might add. I'd love to know how many people die every year from donkey punches. Yeah, man, I'll tell you what. Can you imagine Richard Cranium getting a little boot from the donkey's foot? Yeah, that might hurt, man. That's going to leave a mark that you will see while presented in a casket. They're pretty dangerous, man. It wouldn't be the first time. It's a great question, though. That's something you got to look that one up. Maybe Bobby Fran will do the research on that one. We wait with bated breath to see what Bobby Fran reveals about the donkey kicks. Donkey says more people die from donkey kicks because not many people try to sneak up behind planes and screw them. Oh, man, I don't know, man. Let me say, I got to be honest with you, Donks. I never even thought about that angle. Come on, Ky. We know what you are. We know you've been hanging around with the donkeys thinking bad things. Nope, not me. Well, Donks, he may have the disposition to find out these things a little more frequently than the rest of us. I mean, he is Donks after all. Eggplant Frank says, I am pensive. Clearly, man. Listen, Eggplant, is that not one of the first observations I made about your friend? Is it not one of the first? When you see certain statements from certain people, it tells you something. There's information to be extracted that, it's in there, so to speak, right? I've been trying to catch more of these live. Sorry you had a rough night, Eggplant Frank. Oh, man, Citizen M. Class act here. I am delighted. Citizen M, you're getting a Virgin Bell. I hope you're not offended. You are getting the Virgin Bell. We can't get enough of Citizen M in here. We hardly ever see you. I'm delighted you're here, friend. And listen to this. Listen to this fella. He's like totally relating to somebody. He's like, I bet you Eggplant Frank doesn't even maybe necessarily know Citizen M. Maybe he does. Maybe they're friends in some other chat. But listen to the Citizen M's just reaching out right in the start here, right? Yeah. Eggplant Frank says, do you know the scene in Pulp Fiction where Denzel says he is going through a transitional period? That's me right now. Says, do you know the scene in Pulp Fiction where Denzel says he is going through a transitional period? That's me right now. Eggplant, if I'm being honest, I can't think of the scene, but I think I'd probably pull up a clip from YouTube sometime later on. So I will try to make an effort to understand that. But I think I can understand what it is that you're trying to convey there. Yeah, listen, we all go through transitional periods, right? There's a time, certain things that you come to realize, or that they've been in your face and you finally address them head on. I would consider that to be a transitional period, because you're kind of digesting something, and maybe everything you do, everything you experience is part of who you are. And after you experience that thing, it's inseparable from who you are. Now, there are ways to repress, right? There are ways to take something, address it head on, and see what you can benefit from it, instead of dwelling on that which is, maybe affected you in a way that you don't like. You can reframe it in your mind, and when it comes up, you can recognize it in a different way than you might have before. And so during that transition period, you're going through the adjustment by which you will, reframe how it is that you understand or see things. So, yeah, I get it, Eggplant Frank. I think I do anyways. Good morning, Citizen M. Yeah, it's great to see Citizen M. Citizen M, by the way, has a channel on YouTube that there are great clips and well-done compositions that I frankly enjoy seeing. I love it when I see something from Citizen M pop up in the subscriptions. The hot air balloon, in fact, I'll remind folks to subscribe to Citizen M. Those hot air balloons remind me of the miniseries V from the 80s. Yeah, I want to say, I think that was something, that was Aliens, if I'm not mistaken, right? It wasn't rough. I stood up for the security and bar staff. Yeah, well, typically that could be a safe bet. Right? If you know they're behind you, it can be somewhat of a safe bet, right? National Potato Week was celebrated for many years before Cardiff Electric was created, and is not represented or affiliated with Cardiff Electric or podiatrists of any sort. Eggplant Frank, Ky, I could have an amazing discussion about the U.S. Democratic Public. I think it meant Republic. With you, Ky, that most people would not understand. Eggplant Frank, I have no doubts that you are a well-spoken man, and you have probably a great understanding of a lot of things. I could tell you're well-educated. That's obvious to me. It really is. Yeah, I think that would be kind of interesting. You should check out Jubba the Jib. What the hell? Jubba the Jib? No. Cut of the Jib. Our dear friend Christopher, friend of Catalano TV, has an exclusive show on Catalano TV. He does Rock Talk Live Sundays at 4 p.m. That show, which I help co-host with him as the second mic. Cut of the Jib. He has a Rock Talk Live on his channel as well during the week. And he also has a political show, State of the Union, that I think it's once a week. Or it might be a little more frequent now that we've got political high season, so to speak. And I imagine Eggplant Frank, if you check out his show, you might be able to have some fun in there, And it is fascinating. Let's just put yourself in this position. This dude lives on the other side of the earth, and he's deeply pensive about democratic republics. He's thinking about all these things, and that's kind of cool, man. Who was cheating on me? Well, that could have been Mike Sheedy. I'm just kidding. Mike Sheedy, internet provider, doesn't do that to anyone. In fact, he is a great supporter of Catalano TV. Shout out to Mike's Sheedy internet provider. He has been a great supporter account. He's bought so many memberships, just like Deadpool, for example, and so many others here. Actually, I don't know anybody that was doing that. Eggplant Frank. Actually, no one. And I'd stick up for you. You know that. Oh, they said you're a Fed. I thought you were saying Phage. Alana Fachina. Alana Fachina. Is that what you're trying to say there, dogs? Anyways, Deadpool. Maybe you meant poo poo and not popo. Deadpool. Oh, Liz, man. Just look at the freaking hat on the dude. He's having a good time with it. Love it, man. We need one stream. One stream to end them all. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to swear or say that. Alana Fachina. Is that what you're trying to say? Hey, Kahuna Nui. Our dear friend from just south of the Great White North. Our friend from Minnesota. Great to see you in here, Kahuna Nui. Hope you're having a great day, buddy. These guys are coming up in about 29 minutes or thereabouts. I think they come on at 9:05, I want to say. Definitely great show. Joey and Kahuna are really rocking it out. I think they're building some momentum. They got some great material. It's a lot of fun. I saw the broadcast they did yesterday, most of which I caught it on X. It's still up there at Ky Brancaccio on the X platform. You definitely can catch their yesterday's show unadulterated, actually. I think it's complete on X. So check that out if you want to. You can get the unedited, unclipped version. I think there's intentions for Joey to put it back up on YouTube after it's been, certain things got to be clipped out of it so that as not to make a risk towards your, the financial vehicle, which is your YouTube channel. So definitely these guys were having a lot of fun yesterday. They had Vince the Lawyer on. They had, I want to say High Pitch. These guys had a great show yesterday. I got to be honest, I didn't catch the tail end of it, but yesterday was a whirlwind, man. It was a pretty busy day for me. I'm definitely going to watch the whole thing, though. I think I might even be able to help Joey maybe clip it up a little bit and kind of make it, fit for the ears of our overlords on YouTube. Ross Dogs Broken Spirit says, link for eggplant. We got to be careful about those kind of things, but I'd love to talk to Eggplant Frank. There's no doubt about that. We can't see stuff posted from the other chat, is what Eggplant Frank says. Everything that I play, you will see. If we have something or someone that comes in and says something that's not fit for the eyes of YouTube or something, or if it's they're not friends of the channel, for instance, or they're not friends of the chat, for example, either. Well, then, we're not going to play that. But you will see everything shown on here. I try to be pretty good about that. In fact, we're delighted with such a great chat group that's a important feature of the show, actually. Doc says, I'm sorry again for saying Alana Fachina. That's all right, Docs. It's okay, man. What's that, Docs? Yeah, another apology? Yeah, don't worry about it, man. It's all good. Yep. Good morning, Kahuna Nui. That's right. Kahuna Nui in the house. So, yeah, the Catalog TV chat, and this can't see what's happening. Well, at some point, it's going to be on its own. The show will be in one location. Of course, now, let's not forget, though, that there's the ability to participate on X as well. And we only expect that platform to grow. That is a fact. Let me just put it this way. I don't think anybody has made any money betting against one named Elon Musk. Okay. Even those famous shorters of the stock, well, they've had it handed to them, if you know what I'm saying. Don't underestimate the capabilities and what the transition period for X turning into a multimedia platform that is better than all of them. I'm not trying to say send people there or anything like that, because we know our YouTube overlords will have us, well, prosecuted for such things, or persecuted. Crosstalk in the chat. Why don't you like me, Kahuna? Eggplant. I don't know about that. I think Eggplant Frank, I think he probably likes you, man. Kahuna's a good dude. This is a man with a good heart, okay? Have you seen Lulu? Let me just say, have you seen Lulu? Every single time we get to see Lulu on the, in fact, I think that's like a secret weapon for these guys. Morning show with CC Joe and Kahuna Nui. Their show, I think they might be changing the name. I'm not sure. Look at the thumbnail, or well, if the show title, and we'll see what the latest is. But I think Lulu is the secret weapon of that show. People are clearly want to see more Lulu. I know I do. That little lady is adorable. His little puppy that, honestly, you hear a lot of people talk about, and Vince the lawyer said this. You hear a lot of people talk about rescuing a dog. And then Vince the lawyer further articulated, they're pure breeds. You're not rescuing a pure breed, okay? And Kahuna Nui actually did rescue this little creature. It was found under a tree, as I understand it, while his better half was picking up sticks, and he's getting ready to cut the back 40 or whatever it is, and or maybe the front 40. I don't know. Anyways, they happened upon this lovely little creature that they had the kind compassion with which to, bring this little darling back to health. And if you saw the amount of energy Lulu had yesterday, I think things are looking up. And God bless Kahuna Nui and his better half. We're just delighted to see that. Yep, little crosstalk. Good morning, Miss Honeybee. He thinks you're a cop, Frank. Now that's funny. I bet you Eggplant Frank laughed at that one. I bet you he laughed at that. Kahuna Nui says, I love Eggplant Frank. See that? I told you, man. In a 4940 JD sprayer right now. Oh, cool. So Deadpool is on. He's right now, he's spraying again. Man, Deadpool's probably got hundreds of acres, I'm guessing. Okay, listen, if you got a certain amount of land, you're going to be on the sprayer quite a bit if you're like looking to cultivate stuff, right? Or if you're looking to have a certain, appearance to something. A 4940 JD sprayer right now. And for those not in the know, a JD stands for a John Deere. Did I say it right, Deadpool? Nothing runs like a John Deere. Nothing runs like a deer. I did see the latest electric mower that they came out with. They seem to default wanting to have the electric mower plug into the wall. And while that seems like a great idea, and it is a good idea, that utility in a vehicle like that is valuable. However, if you live in a northern climate like Minnesota, and you got what is an electric mower or an electric sprayer? Batteries in cold weather, not the best combination. Now, if you're running it and you're driving it, that's fine. But if you got an outbuilding that's not heated, well, let's be honest, man. The batteries, those ought not to be out there. Even in like super high, like if you got an outbuilding that's not insulated and it gets really hot, that's not the best place for batteries either. So the fact that the electric John Deere new mower plugs into the wall really forgets about the necessity for most people to be able to take the batteries and put them in a different location when not using them. And batteries are heavy, but for the amount, like I got a 2-year-old zero turn Greenworks mower, electric. It's got 6 batteries. It's not that big a deal, and they give you a battery bag with it. So you put them in this bag, you take them inside. You got to charge them anyways, and I just take them inside. I charge them. They stay in a nice, cool place. And so it just kind of amazes me that the engineers at John Deere just, some of the details like this that are, just so obvious to people developing these type of products is lost on them. So they're in a learning period of transition, so to speak. I don't doubt that they will have something fantastic, but when I see that, it tells me the development folks and the people running and making the decisions, they're not all in sync with what's great for the final product, what's in the interest of the final product, which is the same as what is in the interest of the corporation ultimately, because that takes care of everything else. And not everybody sees things that way in companies and corporations, but that's okay, because sometimes the bean counters take over, and well, they do what they think is good for the short-term gains, but they don't see the big picture a lot of the time. I like what Elon Musk says about like an aircraft company. The guy running the aircraft company should know how aircrafts work, and maybe should even know how to engineer aircrafts. I mean, you tell me what's the harm in a person who's running an aircraft company that actually emanated from the talent and knowing what is essential in designing and engineering an aircraft. I don't see a conflict there, okay? I thought that was a great statement. I'm biased, though. I'm clearly biased about that. Yep. Kahuna saying, good morning, Deadpool. Good morning, Kahuna. Sprayer, now you're speaking my language, says Kahuna. Yeah, right. Kahuna's, he runs his own business. He's doing similar things for different reasons, as I understand it. Once attempted to swim from Honolulu to Maui. Yeah, it could get a little dangerous. Right, Ross Dogs? That's an interesting supposition. I can't wait to see if what Kahuna's reply to that would be. I got to try to get a little faster, go through the chat, folks, so no disrespect. Kids in the Hall is a gay sketch comedy show from Canada. Are you Canadese? Why, yes, I am. I'm Canadese. They also cross-dressed. Name Foley News Radio was the most famous. And Kahuna at Ross and succeeded. I know one of those kids in the hall was in the movie 1999. Richard Cranium. I don't know. Besides that, they have vanished, says Ross Dog. Talking about that show. SCTV was a sketch comedy show that included John Candy, Rick Moranis. I didn't say Merc Moranis. That's different. And Eugene Levy. When the levee breaks, there ain't no more Chicken Melendez. That's all I'm saying. When the levee breaks, that's right. I don't believe you, Kahuna. I said something out of school about time outs, and you immediately told Ky to check the private chat. I don't remember anything like that. Eggplant Frank, forgive me. If you're going into Pacifics, when you're talking about Pacific items, which would be on the west coast of the United States, if you're getting into Pacifics. Now, seriously, in all seriousness, specifically, I don't know what instance you're referring to, rather. I don't believe you, Kahuna. I said something out of school about timeouts, and you immediately told Ky to check the private chat. Kahuna's, he's a straight shooter. That's one thing I can say. Kahuna's a straight shooter. He pretty much says how it is. He'll tell you what he thinks, and well, maybe if he doesn't think you'll like what he'll tell you, he might not tell you anything at all. But I don't think he did anything in the private chat regarding that. A lot of times, the stuff in the private chat is like, "Hey, man, I got to run out a couple minutes here," or "I'm doing this," or "Hey, would you show this?" Or those kind of things, or "Hey, we got somebody coming in here," that kind of stuff. Typically, that's the private chat, and certainly, it's not that I've seen stuff derogatory. So yeah, I would Eggplant Frank. I would prefer you give the benefit of the doubt on that one, just because I know Kahuna's character, and that alone to me is enough reason for me to think that it's probably not the case. That's okay. An active a mind and imagination can anticipate events, and sometimes those anticipations, well, while they may prepare you for certain things and they may be instinctual, sometimes they're not correct. The early years of Mad TV were the best with Artie Lang. Yeah. Hey, Mason in Portland, Reverend Freemason, I might add. Great to see you in here, brother. Great supporter, Catalano TV, and Joey C, official bodyguard. That's right. I was talking to Joey. He wants a super weaponized Batman outfit that allows him to perform and be impenetrable. Oh, I'm sorry. Was that a top secret thing, Joey? Anyways, Reverend Freemason, it's great to see you in here. It says the early years of Mad TV were the best with Artie Lang. Yeah, I thought Mad TV was a lot of fun. Definitely really great entertainment. Correct, Mason, says Ross Dogs. Rest in peace, Margaret Thatcher, the Iron Lady, the Iron Woman, rather. I've seen the curly-haired kid in some stuff and fully filed Canada facing jail time for child support last time I saw him. I'm not aware of that. I am not aware of that. Thanks for sharing. Donks? Oh my, says Ross. Donk says he had for unlawful carnal knowledge of Margaret Thatcher. With all due respect. Well, thanks for sharing that with us, Donks. All I have to say is, what'd you hear? Or what'd you find out about certain things you weren't supposed to see? Anyways, hey, Ky, Ross, and chat. Worldwide Ghost Channel, welcome in here. It's great to see you. Woo! What? Oh, that was Worldwide Ghost Channel. I see. I get it now. Took me a little bit. I'm there. WWG. Eggplant, not sure what you're talking about, but I don't recall timing you out. You've always been good around me. Yeah. Eggplant Frank, you'll come to realize Kahuna Nui is a good dude, man. There's a reason that he's here on Catalano TV. Hey, Ross, I made it. Reverend Wild Bill. Hey, Reverend Wild Bill. God, don't you love this this image? He's got Skull and Bones Club. He's got the Mason Square, and then he has the Masonic, the Stonecutters tools. Man, it's very interesting. Reverend Wild Bill, I'm delighted you came in here, buddy. I think he came in from Bobby Fran, right? Chris Abels, these guys sent him over here. And by the way, thanks so much for those guys helping us to get the subscriber list up. We've got a long road ahead of us. We know we're about to climb a mountain, but we appreciate those who are actually helping us to do so. And he says, good morning and greetings from Atlanta, Hotlanta. It's not hot yet, but it's going to be later. Well, maybe it is hot already. I'm delighted you're in here, Reverend Wild Bill. Thanks for coming in, man. Pay no attention to Donkey Kong's comment on one of the greatest leaders of the 20th century, says Ross Dogs. Well, Ross Dogs, the only thing I will add is, you remember that one tax? Do you remember the tax that, got added during her tenure? The tax that divided Great Britain? That was a failure that's a failing moment. Let's just say that. I have some friends that are British expats, and they'll often remind a lot of people about the up in arms during that period. And I want to say it was in her tenure, right? I could be wrong. Better late than never. WWG. Doc says D's nice. He didn't say D's nuts. D's noise. No doubt you were held up by an exorcism. Worldwide ghost. Oh, that's hilarious. Quite right. Quite right. Rostog's always coming in with the proper supposition. D's nuts. Yeah, we got you, man. We know what you're saying, dogs. Just been nursing my hangover. Well, that's great. Chris Abel's Hoya. Well, now those two words go together, or those comments, right? If you've been listening to Chris Abel's and actively participating, you might just have a hangover. Good morning, Worldwide Ghost Channel. Yep. And Eggplant Frank educated us on the hair of the dog statement, which was pretty cool in yesterday's show. And I head back and see what Eggplant Frank was talking about with the hair of the dog, where that statement emanates from. Kind of interesting. Love those little subtle things that we learn from our dear friend from the land down under. Hey there, Mrs. Honeybee. Good to see you. J-Dog Hoya. I got to get caught up on this chat, man. We got the best. WWG is a fan of the smooth jazz. There's a time and place for everything. And some smooth and relaxing jazz, sometimes I like to put that on while I'm doing some work at the computer, working with some software and doing some things, some of which can be a little bit repetitive. Some instances where you don't have to be deeply pensive or really concentrating. It's kind of nice to have that stuff in the background. Just kind of, helps one to just set a nice ambiance for work. I've mostly been to Victoria, British Columbia in Canada, says Eggplant Frank. I've never been to British Columbia. Definitely an area that I want to go to. There's just so much natural beauty there. Everything's such a brilliant emerald green. I hope to make it there someday. Hope everyone's doing well. Yeah, I think everyone's doing well for the most part. Worldwide Ghost, you're not wrong. I like a woman that's fat enough that I never have to lie to them and say they are skinny. They already know the deal. Dogs. There are a lot of folks out there that kind of like that, right? They like their ladies to be, well, they want them to have a little bit of, I don't know, how would you put it? Something to grab? Oh, it's funny, man. Freaking love dogs. Always got something interesting to say. Good morning, Ky, Reverend Wild Bill. Yeah, good morning, man. Welcome. I'm so delighted to see we got new faces in here. Can't wait to see how they enter into the new blues songs that, includes a lot of the members. Eggplant Frank says, I am a genius. Now, listen, I'm going to make a supposition here. Eggplant Frank he clipped, and he cut and pasted a statement out of one named Stuttering John and pasted it into our chat here. I am a genius. Eggplant Frank, why do I not doubt that? Why do I not doubt that? We all have certain gifts, and you have been blessed. Never forget that. Never forget it. And I'll say one more time. Never forget that. It's something to be thankful for. Ross Dogs, what? Why can't you see Worldwide Ghosts? Oh, there's two different chats, but maybe that's part of it. Gaseous Hoya. Where the devil is Jerry? Yeah, where is Jerry? I don't know. Jerry may be preoccupied based on some other happenings. Could be. I don't know. I miss Jerry. I'd like to see Jerry in here. But see, yeah, I can see the chat, says Worldwide Ghost. At least Frank is modest and humble too. Yeah. Deadpool. He's acknowledging the previous statement. Who I love. I love the dude, man. Most people who are truly genius never feel the need to let everyone else know they are genius. Well, there are instances in which, it's probably not a bad idea to make a statement like Eggplant Frank did. Now, I'm not saying that we all necessarily feel the same way, but there are certain instances where it might not be a bad idea to make such a statement. And well, knowing how smart Eggplant Frank is, he saw that as the appropriate time to do so. And I'm going to respect that. But I also appreciate what you're saying there too, Docs. JD, hi, Wild Bill. Yep. JD, man, thanks for coming in here. I am also a sociopath. Eggplant Frank couples the statement. Be careful. Not only am I that, but I'm this. And well, if you combine the two together, you got a magic stew, brother. You don't know what the hell, which way's up sometimes, if you're not careful. Yeah, it's funny. Docs, I learned when I was 7, that's okay to be the smartest person in the room. It's not okay to point it out to everyone, says Docs. Hey, look at that. Jerry Lee Haynes in the house. Good morning, Opie. Opie, man, where is he? How's that go? No, that's not the Opie he's talking about. What's the matter with you? Different Opie. Good to see you in here, Jerry, man. Welcome. I hope you're going to have a great day. In your underwear. In Delaware. Well, at least he's not running around like naked knees. Could be worse, right? Thanks for coming in here, Jerry. We're blessed to have you, brother. Eggplant is a hybrid of Ivan Milat and Yahoo. Serious. Clearly, you aren't the smartest person in the room. Now, that's not the way Eggplant Frank would say that, but that's the way I'm going to choose to say it. Clearly, you aren't the smartest person in the room. Now, clearly, when I say that, I'm not sounding like the smartest person in the room. Now, am I? So that's the statement from someone who's not the smartest person in the room saying, clearly, you aren't the smartest person in the room. And these things happen, you know. Business calls. Business can wait. Hey, man, that reminds me. We're up on the 3-minute warning. 2-minute warning. Holy smokes. Time flies when you're having fun, man. Happy Friday. Ross Dogs, you on the spot? Doc say, well, it's okay. This is just happening right before we descend into chaos. It's good to be self-aware. Okay, a little crosstalk in the chat. Oh, Lord. Can I get Ky's take on the Lake Champlain beast? Champ? These things are fun, okay? It's always fun. The cryptozoologists have a good time. It is always fun to listen. Tell me a person that doesn't enjoy a good fiction or good science fiction or something of the imagination. If you are a creative person, you are going to have fun just thinking of the ways in which something can be substantiated, justified, or explained. And it's fun because you've got what is a mental investigation. You're thinking about things, you're imagining what could be, what's the possibilities. It's kind of fun for people, you know. I get that. So I see there's a lot of fun things. You know, we got the Gigantopithecus as well. You know, these are type of topics that are kind of fun and interesting to think about. Hey, man, have you seen Sasquatch? He was on my roof. He was hitting maple branches against the trees. I swear it wasn't Eggplant Frank. It was Sasquatch. Eggplant Frank says, I'm on another level. Are you trying to tell us you're in the majors and you're not in the minors anymore, Eggplant Frank? I think he is. Listen, Eggplant Frank, I'll just add this. When you got C players and they've been alongside A players, when the A players make it up to their A game and they're in the major leagues, the C players never get out of their mind that, hey, I used to hang out with this C player and, well, he was at my level, so he still is at my level. And so he is reproachable. And so he's at my level. He was at my level. And so I'm entitled to be at his level. That's what they might think. And so, well, they just can't see the forest for the trees. They're somewhere else. Jerry Lee Hain Hoya. Anyways, we got to roll this out, man. We got to get to the music here. My dear brother Joseph Samuel and the great Kahuna Nui coming up here. Great show. Folks, I want to thank you all for participating. Freaking love the folks in the chat. We hope you all have a great day, because today is a great day because you decided it's great. Chris Abels, freaking love you, brother. Thanks so much for participating. Really great show. Catch Chris Abels, his show, Replayables with the great Bobby Fran as well. And thanks for everybody coming here. Shividi Amachal, Lakayam Nastrovia, cheers, and tally ho. More importantly, don't be. What's that? What's that you say? Don't be a hoe.
Joey C and Honey C laughing loud on TV. Ky with those guitar leads, Spider's drumbeat melody. Honeybee laughs and sneezes, good vibes always pleases. Kahuna Nui never slow, makes the good times flow. Catalano TV, fun for you and me. Epic jams every night, under the spotlight. That make you sway, watch the troubles fade away. Every note a celebration, join the blues sensation. Friends all gathered round, living in the sound, joy in every beat, dancing in our seat. Catalano TV, fun for you and me. Epic jams every night, under the spotlight. Make you sway, watch the troubles fade away. Every note a celebration, join the blues sensation. Friends all gather round, living in the sound, joy in every beat, dancing in our seat. Sneezes all around. Red Jack drives this crazy town. Red Monk house with the hottest sounds. Lost dogs making us all proud. Terry me on the lead guitar. Red dogs, they shoot for stars. Waves were rolling with the crew. Eggplant Frank in purple hue. Ky and friends, we shout hooray every night and every day. Tuning out, don't miss the play. Epic show in every way. Laughter roars, the blues ignite. Guitar strings in the neon light. Voices soaring through the night. Together we can take flight. Honeybee with sneezes grand. Red and